Yeah. Hello!
Hello everyone!
How are you?
Good evening, good morning.
Good morning, good Sunday. We
Yes.
hope you have a beautiful end of the week. And we just heard things to be jealous of.
In Norway, apparently sun was shining all day.
If you're really quiet, maybe you hear the rain dropping on the window, which is just above the camera. We tried to get the microphone in this direction, but it's raining all day.
Yeah, so we put on flowers and colors to at least feel the sun.
I have color in my heart then.
Good.
Yes,
Today.
So you saw probably the topic. By the way, what do you think of our pictures that appear now in the beginning of the video, like when it doesn't start? We are very proud of it.
We have been very productive.
Yes. So that is today we want to see the very basics, real basics, which is walk. How do I transfer my weight from A to B? How do I get through space? And because there are so many options to do that, and some people say this is right, this is wrong, we say, nah, we just use what we what we want to use.
Yes.
But first thing is that it's comfortable, enjoyable for our body, because as we always say, we want to do this for a very long time. We love tango, so we want to stay healthy or become healthier through doing it.
So today we divided the walk into elastic walk and compact walk. So we make a difference between transferring the weight in a very like gummy, elastic way, but fluent, which sometimes implies also longer steps. And we have the compact, the compact transfer of the weight, which is more direct, which is usually more used in milongas or kind of more rhythmical tangos. So we will give you both options. There's no rules, no right or wrong here. We just want you to get inspired and take it from there.
Yes.
Okay, so what do we need?
We will need a lot of things today. I will start with one. No chairs, that is positive.
That's good.
But a lot of little things. So, a pair of socks, preferably a bit thicker, not the thinnest ones that you have. A pair of socks.
Then, I want to show this. A plate. It's like Joscha's face, big plate.
Yeah, white and round.
The bigger it gets, the easier it is. So if you are challenging yourself, use it smaller. If you feel like, meh, why challenge it today? Take a bigger one. And something round, like a ball, tennis ball.
If you don't have a ball, maybe you have
an orange,
or an apple,
a peach.
Yeah, something that is rolling. So later on we will use it for a little bit of balancing.
So we have been playing with this all day.
Good. So
these
are the first three things: socks, a plate, a round object that is rolling on the plate, and what is that? An elastic.
Can be an elastic or
if it's not an elastic,
sweater.
I use a sweater that is going to be tightened around my body later on. So, and that's it.
That's it. Yeah. That's it. Enough to play with. So we're gonna go all crazy today.
Yes, we give you time to get all these things
later.
Later. Yeah. Okay. Sayaka doesn't give you time. Let's start. We will do the little warm up.
So in these classes, we start barefoot or in socks, but have your shoes closed so you can change them after the warm up.
Good. Do I start?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Good. Very first thing, we put our feet hip width apart and we go down to our knees and we touch our knees with our arms. But we don't want to put weight on it like hang, but stabilize ourselves from the center, but in a way that we can move our knees around. Yes? So we move our knees with our hands, and you see that my feet are reacting. Right now my feet are on the left side, then going to the right side, always to the direction where your knees, and with your knees a little bit of your center is going. And make it a round thing that you massage your feet and all your joints get used to working together. Then we reverse the direction and we do 8 times. 2, roll through, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And now we will do exactly the same motion, but this time, before we start, we plant our feet on the ground. And I want you to feel that your heel is on the ground, all edges of your foot are on the ground, and also the toes are looking for the ground, so that you're really grabbing. Like this, your feet feel a little bit bigger. Try to spread them really to the ground and keep this contact. We will not move our feet now, but very, very little move our knees. Now the whole motion is smaller and we will not roll our feet, but only inside the ankle. Keep your big toes and little toes connected to the floor. We do 2 more in this direction. And now we change the direction. 5 times. 4. Very small. 3. 2. Big toes connect. 1. I'm talking to myself. And we let this go. And now we keep this planted feeling, pump, pump. It's a bit like moon boots, you know, the heavy boots that you wear on the moon. If you wear them on Earth, they will not move away from the floor. So, now, feet are planted on the ground and we will do our little hip twist, but without that our feet will react. And you can let your arms swing a little bit. Enjoy it. Always look to the back side. Don't hit your partner. Your eyes, your head follows the space between your hands. 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. 0. Feel the feet are still on the ground, big toe, all the toes in between, and little toe. I don't know their names, that's why it's big toe and little toe and the rest of them. Good. We connect again and continue with Sayaka.
Josh will show you a side angle. As we always do, we're going to bend our knees, then get them to neutral, and then go on our tippy toes and with a lot of control, sink down our heels. Important here today is that you feel that all your joints have a little, like a buffer, so they don't collapse when you go down, but they straighten and they go a little bit out when you push out. So give it air. Try to have all the time like the sensation of space in your joints.
Nothing is sudden in this moment. Everything is buffered. Okay?
Let's go. And down. And stretch. And push up. With control, lower your heels down. And we bend the knees. Push out of the floor, straighten them, and up on the tippy toes. And slowly, slowly with control, heels down, head wants to stay up in this moment. And bend. And push. And up. And your head wants to stay up, ribcage wants to stay up, but your heels go down, so you straight lengthen your body. And down. Neutral. And up. Again, head stays up with control, lower your heels, lengthen your spine. Last two. Down. Straighten your legs. Go up. And with control, heels down. Feel the work in your ankles. Last time. Down. Stretch out. Go up. Stay up a little bit. Shake your head. Feel your neck is relaxed.
So balance.
Very difficult. Shoulders relaxed. Centers engaged. Maybe lift one foot. Hey! Cannot today. Today's Sunday.
Yeah, don't make us work too hard, Sayaka.
I'm challenging myself. And slowly heels down. You want to stay up with the head. Straight, long spine. Very good. Relax. Interlace your fingers, sorry Josh.
Oh, this is whenever my shirt comes out.
Lift up. The hands, shoulders are relaxing down. Feel your feet grounded. Inner thighs want to go towards each other. And we stretch. Go back to center. And stretch the other side. Don't collapse. Give it air in your upper body. And center. Again. Stretch out. Center. And lots of air in your upper body. Center. And from here, let go of the hands and slowly bring your elbows down, bring your hands down without collapsing in the upper body. All the air you put in the upper body stays in there, stays long. Lift it. Feel this ribcage elevated. Beautiful. All right.
Good. Let's see.
Good.
Somebody wrote. Okay. Daniel was laughing because my shirt comes up. It's back in, and we're gonna start. So put on your dancing shoes, please. And while you do it, I will repeat the things that we will need during this practice, which is once a pair of socks, a sweater, something that you can tie around your legs later on, a round object like a tennis ball, peach, avocado, lemon,
Orange.
Mango, and a plate, which will later be on top of each other for balance. And yeah, that's it. So little objects today, but no chairs. Good. Let me see.
Put on your shoes.
Okay, Sarah is writing a question. We will answer that later. Put it there. We will try to keep it in mind then.
Let it out.
Yes.
So Joscha will start, I think.
Yeah, when my shoes are ready, I was talking about objects, peaches, lemons, mangoes, whatever, and then I will start. Yes, very nice. I love this. Are you ready? Shoes on the feet? Feet
Yes.
in your shoes? Good. Then we will do the following. We will put ourselves in a wider stance. And now we will try out to feel that our pelvis is on the balls of the foot. We can try, if that is the case, by lifting our heels. Yeah? If we can lift our heels, then we are fine with the alignment. And we want to keep our pelvic floor on top of the metatarsal, on top of the ball of the foot. Now, we will let all our spine, our axis from pelvic floor, through all the buttons and the spine to the head, do a little elevator downwards, so that we feel, okay, we have hip joints there, where the legs start, and then we have knee joints, which we can feel when we lift our heels and ankles, okay? Good. Now we slowly go up, and while going up, we push the floor away until the legs are straight. Then we go down again. We can lift the heels a little bit. Image of knees going up, and we go down with the heels and up with the body. This is just a little warm up for our joints to feel where they are and how they work. We go down and up. And now we want to check out how the transfer of weight in the side step is. And that's why when I sink into one leg, when I'm on one leg, I have the image of going down in this leg. So now I'm on the right, but you can just do it in the mirror, like I'm in the mirror, and I sink into it. And my pelvis is parallel to the floor. Now I push from the leg where I'm on into the other direction, and I feel how this leg is going to be straight while the other one receives my weight. And I always try to receive into the foot. And I go the other way. I push while receiving on the other side. Like this, it's a continuous transfer, and I can teach my body to work in one leg and to receive in the other leg. It's different kind of work, but it's all taking care that my pelvis can travel continuous through space. So I go 4 more times from one foot to the other, and I always let my weight go down into the floor. I push away here, and I receive in the other foot. And I push away, and I receive. 2 last ones, push and receive in the floor. And last one, good. If you see me a little bit like this, or like this, it's a little bit of the fish eye camera, I cannot help it. Okay, this is the transfer now.
He's straight, I promise you straight.
Pretty straight.
What?
But very open. Look, now I will do it in a forward step. So I put my right foot in front, left foot in the back, and my weight in the middle. I have both legs straight. I make sure that my balls of the feet are both connected, and I let again my axis travel downwards. Feel what is working in the joints, and I let it travel upwards again.
Very important, the alignment knee towards the toes. Make sure it's in one line.
Yeah, not inside the foot or outside the foot. It's right in the direction of my foot. And 3rd time. Good. And I make sure that my pelvis stays underneath my head. Last one, down and up. Very good. You will find that this is quite a thing to balance between the feet. Now we change the foot. We do it with the left in front, right in the back. Make sure not to cross your feet, but have them hip width apart. And we go down, pelvis in the center, connection on both balls of the foot, and up. Feel how your legs receive your weight at the moment, and now they push the floor away and straight. But your pelvis always stays down. 3 and 4. Good. We go back to the first, so the right foot is in front. And now we will go down just halfway, a little bit, and we'll straighten the back leg and receive in the front. We cannot straighten it all the way, but we have the feeling of pushing our weight to the front. Now we push our weight from the front to the back, so the back foot works and the front works and in the back I receive. Back pushes, front receives. And I always let my pelvis go down with it. Push backwards, receive. 2 more. Forward, receive in front, backward, receive in the back. Good.
Ladies in high heels, it's easier when you turn out your legs a little bit from the hip joint, because if I'm very parallel, the heel is very disturbing and I'm not very stable. If I put the heels a little bit in or turn the feet a little bit out, it's a lot more stable and the heel is not in the way so much.
It's a little bit the feeling of wanting to show the inside of your heel.
Yes.
Okay? To the front with both feet. Good. Good. We were right in front, now we go left in front. What Sayaka said. Little turnout. And we go halfway down. This is like the center position for now, for the training. And we push from the back leg forward. Also my foot works. And I receive in front, trying not to come forward with my upper body, but all on top of each other. And I push backwards, receive in the back. Push forward, receive in the front, stay long, push backward and receive in the back. When I push forward, I make sure that my coccyx is not going up. I try to put it down. Can be quite a stretch for some people. For me, for example. When I go backward, I receive in the back. Last 2 times, forward, and slowly backward. Forward, and backward. Good. Now let's go forward one more time, and work in the front foot to collect. You're done.
Very good.
This was just to get the joints warm for the transition of a step, which is more important in the elastic moments when we want to feel the whole process of a sound in the body, whole process of a step.
We will do that now as real steps. Okay, so we will do, you can have a look, I show it maybe from the side so you can see. We will do forward step, transfer, arrival. Backward step, transfer, arrival. Side, transfer, arrival. Back, transfer, arrival. And then to the back. So we're staying on the same leg, like we're starting always from the same leg. important in this, but I feel when I have my upper body from my lower ribs kind of wanting to go up a little bit, like elevate, it gives me a lot less weight on my legs, so my legs have to work less, receive less weight, and they can move more fluid.
A nice picture for that is when you were a little kid and you couldn't swim, maybe you had this ring of air around you, so you wouldn't drown. So in the water, this was just staying on top.
I slipped right through it.
This happens if you let your shoulders go, okay? So you want to have your shoulders down, but this part elevated. So you will not drown, but your legs can look for the ground.
Let's do it together. We are with our backs to you, so you can just copy it.
And remember the technique from the exercise before. We always push from the base foot, from where we are at the moment.
Let's go. We are on the left and we go.
Forward with the right.
Forward with the right. And collect on the right. Backward with the left. Transfer of the weight and collect. Right to the side. Transfer of the weight and collect.
I'm close to the mirror.
Transfer of the weight and collect. And back with the right. Transfer, collect with the left. Front with the left foot. Collect. And close. Again. Front. Back.
Push with the front foot, push, 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 push. Alright. Push
Side.
with the left foot. Push, 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 push. Alright. Push with the right. Push with the front.
Okay, we change. I come a little closer. Good. We are on the right. And we go. Front with the left. Push. And right. And back. And right. Side. And right. Side. And close. Back with the left. Long front leg close. Front. Right. One more time. And front. Collect. Back. Collect. Floating upper body. Side. Collect. Back. Sorry, side. Collect. And back. Right. Front. Right.
Good.
Very good.
Can I have a little detail check?
Yeah.
Okay. There's one thing that I find very important. That I tried it with high heels, but usually I dance in low heels. So with these shoes that I have, it's very tempting to go in the backward step and just roll on top of the heel. Yeah? Here. Now, when I go backwards, I want to feel the connection to my foot on the ball of the foot. And there I sink in, remember? I go away from the front, so in the transition I push here and I receive there. And that feels almost like going down. See my back leg? In a big step I will need this. Then to collect, maybe I push up. But we do not push up before, because otherwise it elevates my pelvis and my whole butt and my whole axis tilts to the front. So I make sure to really arrive, butt support my butt support from my ball of the foot and not go towards the heel.
For us ladies in high heels, it's very clear, because the moment I land too far on top of my heel is where I get very unstable and where my ankle starts to wobble a little bit. So really make sure to, I always can lift the heel actually. Also in this moment, I'm not with 100% of weight on the heel. So you can check that.
And I see in Sayaka's base leg, also with the heel, that she is really, the joints are flexible. We try never to block the joints. We work in the muscles, but the joints are open.
Can we continue?
Yes!
Because now comes my favorite exercise. Sarah, we read your question. I want to take maybe a few minutes in the end to answer that, so it fits better. But we won't forget about it, for sure. So, grab your plate, grab your round object. Let us know later on what you found, how challenging it was for you. So, what we worked till now in the elastic steps is like really the elasticity and the receiving in the joints, like a buffering, the control to have some joints long, some joints receiving, to have a really, really kind of controlled but still flexible transfer of the weight.
There's never a block or a stop.
Never
Elasticity is something that always distributes over time.
So, the next thing we will work on, Josh will explain it, but it's more for the upper body to later help you to stay connected to your partner and to not have every transfer affecting your head.
Yes. And a little side effect is that whenever you stiffen something down there, you will not be able to balance.
Yeah.
And so it will affect the ball running out. Let's see, we did not practice this in this motion, but we have a little choreography for you to carry, right? So I will be on the left, doing 2 steps front, 1 step to the side, 2 steps back, 1 to the side. So it's gonna be like a square. Yes? So we go with these elastic steps.
Just a sec, make sure you have the plate not stabilized from your shoulders, but make sure your hands are more connected with your center. So your shoulders are relaxed, your hands are active, and your center is active too. Yes?
Okay.
Good.
We will start like this, but in the middle we will turn around so that we are your mirror. You just keep on doing the form that you have now. Good. So I'm on my left and I go forward, through, forward, yet now side, side, always continuing backwards, and backwards, and side again, side, and forward, and forward, and side, and backward, back, side, again, front, front, side, back, back, side. Keep going, front with the right, front, front, side, and back, back, side, and forward, forward, side, and back, back, side. You can watch Sayaka if you're confused with the steps. 2, 3, and last one, 1, 2, 3. Good. We do one side step and we start into the other direction. You start with the left forward and follow Sayaka. And forward, forward, side, and back, back, side, and forward, forward, side, and back, back, side. Imagine your plate is your pelvis. You want to keep it stable, calm, so that your ball is not rolling around. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Very good. Okay. Good.
Luckily, you couldn't see my ball. It was like, ooh, no.
We were wondering if somebody is going to use an egg and then drop it, and we would be like very happy to see the picture afterwards.
When Josh tried it first, he used the soup bowl. I was like, come on, Josh, it's too easy. You cannot do that. So
okay,
small
now
plates.
I have it more difficult.
If you haven't been breathing for the last 3 minutes, take time now. Inhale, exhale. This comes with practice. So the more you get like chins up, the harder it is actually to keep quiet. So try to really get it like in a zen kind of very internal connection that makes you feel more comfortable so you can breathe.
And things with balance, sometimes they are not so visible. So when you try to balance, you would not see your joint doing like this or there's perfect, but it's a feeling thing. That's why the balance in the hands is really helpful to let your core work. Maybe you know that there are people who transport water on their heads, and the way they walk is that they have to do all the rotations that would happen below the head. So they walk like this, yeah? And this is kind of the same thing. If you use that here, then you're balancing in your embrace, and all your lower joints below the hips, they are balancing to keep it calm.
So, another fun fact on this Sunday.
You're making a joke?
Let's go.
Okay, we have to hurry.
Let's go.
Right, so that was the elastic thing. Now we will get to the compact movement. What is the difference? Sayaka said already in the beginning, in compact movements we arrive directly. So we have the feeling of boom, there we are. And in music this would be like pam, 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 but not pam. Okay? Pam, and it's done. That's the feeling. Our body doesn't work that way, but if we do small steps, we can arrive a little bit in that fashion. Now, we will first do a little bit of side steps, and I have a very bad drawing again, but can you show you which area we want to? It's a peach, a blue peach, and if you translate it, imagine it would be a body, so that's like the butt, and there are 2 legs. And the area between the legs and where the legs are attached inside to the pelvic floor, which is this area, this is very important, and we try to feel it now. Okay? Get your socks ready. Yeah, that's enough. We take the socks for now. And put them right between your legs. Okay? We want to squeeze the socks, and we will do changes of weight. But keep the sock connected. So I'm on one foot and the other foot. One and the other. And now you will feel that connecting to the sock doesn't make you go here anymore. But if you connect both inner thighs, you are exactly working in the right area.
Yes, you can beautifully see how Josh's axis is transferring on top of one leg and the other, including the head. So it really doesn't allow you all kind of these salsa things where the head just stays, but we really want to do the axis from top of one foot to the other. I have a sock too.
Make sure you are on the ball of the foot, so you're always arriving on a spot where you can react and act again. So we do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. 1, 2, 3. Always in the floor. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? That's the preparation. Now you know where your pelvic floor is, and you always want to connect it to your feet. And here comes the next thing. I keep my socks because I like them.
Yeah.
If you want, you can do so too. And I put my legs really close together like Marilyn Monroe, and then tie my sweater around them, above the knee. And I make it a bit tight because it's Sunday and I haven't been working out so much this week. Good. Okay, so it's all safe.
Yes.
Good. Now, we will do the following. We will do just changes of weight. I do it like this. Change, 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 change. And you can try to connect to the elastic, your sweater, and at the same time connect to your pelvic floor in the inside of the thighs. So you have two directions and very active legs. We do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we do very small steps, half a foot length forward, 5 steps. No, sorry. We transfer from one to the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we do a whole foot length forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Active ball of the foot, active leg.
Whole foot length, ball of the foot to the ball. 3, 4, 5. And on the spot, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we go half a foot length backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Only ball of the foot. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Full foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Full foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on the spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whew.
Very, very good. Could you feel this tightness of and between your legs, so they're really staying connected and there is no moment of a release that lets your leg just drop, so they're really, really magnetically coming together. But with the elastic outside or with the sweater outside, it also gives you a certain activity in your legs, which is very beautiful.
And your knees will never be overstretched like this, because when they overstretch, you will lose the sock to the back. It's coming out. So they need to be slightly bent, or like micro bend, we say.
For the ladies in heels, but also for the proposers, also for everyone who wears flat feet, I try not to have this going on.
What is that? On the top?
It's like from, yes, it's kind of a little way from the top. We try to really,
No!
We try to really go from one ball of the foot to the other, and in a very direct way. So I kind of attack, I would tell you how my imagination works. No, I kind of attack from the back ball of the foot, I want to go into the front. And there's no way it passes through my top, because later on I will lose time with it. If I do them, the small steps, and I do them in milongas, they're very connected, very small. If I start to jump up and down, I lose time. So make them as connected as possible.
Yes. Let's do it again. Now we know a little bit the sequence. So we say 5 times on the spot, and then we go half a foot forward 2 times, then full foot forward, and then on the spot backwards. Let's go. I'm on my left, so I start to the right. Right, left, 3, 4, 5. Half one forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Half forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Full forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Full forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Half backward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Half backward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Full backward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Full one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on the spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And release it.
Woohoo! Very good.
You don't believe how much work that is if you know all these muscles in your body and you want to activate them all the time. We understand though in the beginning that it's kind of a thing to find them. But that's why we do these exercises, and remember you can always jump back and do them again. This video allows it and you can still be in the live part.
Very good. With this feeling between our legs, with this activity,
It's so nice now that it's gone.
they're really like, whoa, whoa, pumped up.
Yes, with this feeling we will do a little pattern that we see very often in Tango. That is just a nice thing that is danced very often. And it goes like that. It is right forward, change of weight, right backward, change of weight. We will do it to the other side later on as well, but now we just connect to this one.
Yes, try to stay in this feeling with the sweater and the sock and everything.
Make it small and pay attention to where your pelvic floor is going. So we say forward, change, back, change, forward, change, back. Stay in the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Stop. We go on the other one. Left forward and forward. Change, back, change. Left, change, left, change. Forward, change, back, change. Forward, change, back, change. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Another 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Woo.
I was out of the picture.
Almost escaped.
Very good. How are you? We hope you're good.
So this is something that Sayaka mentioned in the preparation of the class, which I find very interesting, that when we do small steps, it's not because it's smaller, it's less activity. Because it's smaller and compact, we need to connect our bodies a little bit stronger. Because if we just do it from the feet somewhere like this, our partner will not feel it. So we actually put a lot of effort into transferring our weight even in the small movements. Good.
Everything. Okay.
Great.
So we finished with
Yes. We have done the exercises. So we have went through the elastic and we went through the compact. And
so
you're on the right.
Is fine. Okay. Nice. Okay,
Good.
so you're still good. So we will combine a little bit the stretchy with the more direct.
Yes. Because we are a little bit ahead of time, let's directly go.
We are late.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we are late. We are slow. So
as always,
we will put a song that has slow things and some direct things. And you can always choose to dance slow while the compact movement, the staccato in the music is going. No problem. You can do staccato behind the violins that go long, whatever. But now we want you to just try to get into a feeling of compact with the same activation, and then in between like wow, elastic like a cat singing. Okay?
Yes. Don't worry, we will do it with you. In the beginning you can copy of what we do and you will get a hold of then interpret yourself. interpret what you're feeling, what you would like to dance, okay? But make sure you change in between.
You want them to copy us?
In the beginning, just to get it.
Okay, good. So we will start with the very small compact steps, and then when we go to the long steps, we will do the square that we walked through before. I don't know if it works, but I try to give you hints when we always go to the compact and when to the other one.
Just to get your feeling of it. Beautiful, beautiful song, always.
Are you ready? Right forward starts. One, bum, 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 dun, 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 dun. We wait a little bit, we hear it's long. Okay. This is the slow part. And now we go forward with the left. 1, 2, 3. And back. 1, 2, 3. Again. Forward. Side. Elastic. Back. Balance your oranges. Other side. Side. Forward. Side. Back. Side. We go right forward, compact. Bum, 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 bum. Keep going. And we go left forward. Bum, 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 bum. Keep going. And we go forward, slow. Slow, balance in between. Slow. Slow. Elastic. Grounded. Really long. Long. Let's stay side steps. Long. All joints are working. Wow. Good. Get ready for some fast ones. 1, slow, back, change, front, change, direct, change, front, change, direct. Balance your orange, keep your swimming things. Down, boom, down, boom, down, 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 down. And we stop on the right. Now we go left forward. Oh, it's over.
Ta-da!
Okay, ta-da! All right.
Very well done.
Start again. Good.
Maybe you could feel these, get an idea of maybe the musical changes that you hear and how to translate them into your body. This is very, very basic and it can be taken to a whole different levels, but this is how it starts and this is kind of the feeling that we want to start to create.
Yes. What we advise you is just to keep these 2 very simple patterns, practice them for yourself, and then put some music and try to get the feeling in the music. When you hear in the music that there's a change, now there's something sudden and direct, wait a bit and jump into the direct, prepare your body before, and then go into it. Then you hear the new part with the slow, soft, melodious ones, and you start with the side, long step. Yeah, so you get a feeling for the music that you're creating with your body.
Exactly, and we hope you get a feeling of the difference of the density in the compact ones and the elasticity in the long ones. Yes, so very, very well done, people. We congratulate you. It was amazing. We know it's always hard to come back to the basics, but it's the basics. We need them for everything else, okay?
Yes.
Very nice. I want to just take a little moment for Sarah's question in the very end.
Yes, which is, I think, a very important question, if we understand it right.
Yes. She was asking, just to go back, like, keep the feeling that you had, it's beautiful. When we started this lesson, we had in the warm-up the thing of going down, going up, and then try to balancing on one leg on the other. And Sarah, if I understood you right, is that you're able to go in the whole way up on the tippy toes when you're on both legs, but when you change on one leg, the heel kind of collapses a little more down, goes down, you're not able to stay up there. For me, this is practice, this is muscle strength and balance. How I practice it is literally taking the back of a chair and, thank you, and I go up with both legs. I don't know if you see me like this. I go up on both legs, without heels obviously, and then I try to do the same on one leg. And you will notice that you will need a lot more strength on the chair to do it on one leg. And then bit by bit you can reduce the usage, the using the chair.
Yes.
So this is how you build the strength.
But basically it's for the last part, like the range. You can feel that when you go all the way up, you need to lower a little bit because your foot is not to balance and connect all the muscles all the way on one foot. So maybe you can also try to balance a little bit lower if you're on one and find your balance there. And then in time you will get higher.
Thank you, people, for sharing this time with us. Thank you so much for...
It's wonderful to know you are all there.
Being in our dancing room every Sunday.
Yes.
We appreciate so much.
We liked very much to do these basic things today and really go into that. And I think from there on we can use it for many, many other practices.
Yes.
If you like the video,
yes,
please give us a thumbs up in the video in YouTube and put a little comment how you enjoyed it, what you did, and maybe we would even like to see some pictures on Facebook or whatever you used on the plate, because we know nobody probably has a lot of tennis balls at home. Okay.
Thanks for watching. Remember, we will put the link in for donations. This class is free, but it's still donation based. So if you feel like it, help us to get still through Corona, which is not allowing us to work properly. So thank you.
Yes, we are happy. We will be able to travel soon. It looks like it, but for now we are happy if you support us. Enjoy. Have a great Sunday evening. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for watching. Mwah.